He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Welcome back to another episode of The Ministry of Truth. I am your number one host on the show. I am the number one host on the show unless I have one of my split personalities, which, we never know. Anyway, got a few things for you today. Hold on. All right, that's my own nephew. We're going to talk about a few criminals. We're going to start off first, I think, with a song. Get everybody in, get some freestyle in. It's The Game in California. Compton represent, So while that's getting kicked on, I'll be back.
Yes, sir. LA Lakers, just incredible DJ Sour Milk.
All right, rappers, I hope y'all ready.
DJ Sour
Yeah,
Milk.
the one y'all fear the most is here. You see who's sitting next to us.
Come on, man.
Game came through, dripping on y'all. Compton's in the building.
G.A.
Drillmatics on the way. Shout the Hit Boy going crazy on the beats. Hey, Game, lift off on these motherfuckers,
Hey, it's the Hit Boy beat, man.
Yeah.
Look, check it out. Balenciaga shades and all.
2 APs.
Y'all niggas got me fucked up. Niggas must think I'm Lloyd Banks or Young Buck. Don't press your dumb luck. I got my gun tucked. Cause I don't like how niggas did nip. I guess it's time to show these niggas what it is. Hit lyrically, miraculously, spiritually, here in the flesh. How I'm not top 5, niggas appear to be deaf. So I throw up gang signs, you understand me now? Keep sleeping, I'll put you where you can't be found. Where you can rest eternally, and you can't hear sound. And your oldest son, the head of your family now. Fuck 'em. Cause we headed to Miami now, and it's a Hit Boy beat, fucking hand me down. No more freestyling over other nigga shit, I'm on some bigger shit. Hit make the beat, then I get on some jigger shit. Cause when I hit a rock, I'm getting involved. If I gotta get a rock chain from the middle of the mall, nigga put a diamond tester to it, he getting hurt. If a bitch ass, I told her Soulja Boy did it first. Yeah, I'm back in business, and this time I'm not leaving till the crack diminish, till the fentanyl dry and the veins don't stick out, and the nigga Questlove take the afro pick out. Back to my roots, freestyling to these black thoughts, black Balenciaga Adidas, gassing up the track car, or I'm out in Paris snatching bitches off the catwalk. And when I kill a pussy, I don't even let the cat talk. Underground, underdog, sew it to the asphalt. I step to all the dope niggas, they never seen crack walk. Ain't no competition, so Kendrick went to Africa. Ain't no competition, Cole went and got his baskets up. But I'm here masking up with the masking tape. Fiends knocking on the door, we closed, don't ask for Ye. You see an aftermath chain, then don't ask for Dre. I'm a legend now, fuck when I pass away. Can't put the effing down, up then I blast away, break his legs.
I'm like, there's no way this dude's freestyling for 6 fucking minutes.
Stuff his shoulders in, no casket space. Nah, I'm lying, it's just my rap alter ego. The DA listening, trying to hit a thug with the Rico. No, I be with gunners. No, I keep the heat close. You can't relate cause you ain't see what I seen in that peephole. So dig a sinkhole, throw every nigga that rap in it. Cause ever since they killed Pop Smoke, there been a gap in it. Throw all that cap in it, lying about the trap in it. Throw all these pussy niggas beefing on these apps in it. And I'm abstinent, giving no fucks, nigga. It's all love, like I'm sitting here with Puff, nigga. You can hate me now, but I won't stop now.
Come on.
I am the nigga they never mention in they hip-hop conventions. Know why? Cause I remind them of the trenches, so I must be Candyman of the era. Niggas won't say my name in the song or the mirror. As I reflect on my past and my mishaps, my right hand still where my dick at. Middle finger up, flick that. Tell my new bitch sniff that. That's your best friend. I broke off like a Kit Kat.
Come on, gang.
Where the bricks at? Nah, we ain't selling those, and I still fuck with Ye. But we selling clothes, you niggas selling dreams. I wake you up to a nightmare like me, Freddie, Jason, and Michael Myers right there. There's new niggas running around like this is Sukasa. Call yourself Simba, you learn from Mufasa. And I understand you think you nice and you trying things, but if you say you better than me, then you the Lion King. Ask about me, don't clash or doubt me. I make your favorite rapper come pick up trash around me. Used to walk around New York, red rag around me. That was my DMX dog tag around me. Never keep it twisted, cause I keep a bag around me. I still jack rappers if they brag around me. Keep it private, everything first class around me. Like a backwood, ops don't last around me. Lemon on the head of the drum. We make lemonade. One gun, plastic slug, then it disintegrate. Disappeared into the crowd like I'm in a raid. And go missing like the crack when I'm in a raid. I do dirt like I'm in the grave and fuck this rap shit. This ain't even how I'm getting paid. 1, 2, attention to the center stage. Fuck you, I'm back to my killing ways. 3, 4 niggas with me, then they probably strapped. Shoe turning backwards like just LA Dodger hat. Trigger finger twitching, bullets spin them like a laundromat. Like his internet lagging, killing where they spawn him at. I'm bad for your health, you scared to die, hypochondriac? Pussy nigga get to itching, hit him with the minor stat. Cause once we going in, it ain't no falling back. And if the Draco on my lap, you know I'm in that Donda Black. Extra clip with a bomb at.
Yes.
Might as well kill him if I'ma end up with Jeffrey Dahmer at.
Let's
Crazy.
go.
Cause last night I was with Madonna at, with some supermodels, accent hit, where the condoms at. Shit, I gotta stay protected. This LA, they take your life before they take your necklace. Take
I wouldn't fuck Madonna, period. I don't know why he thought about having condoms, because you know what? Best thing she can do is shut the fuck up.
gun apart, spread the pieces, make the exit. Take the clothes off, burn them, then they make the exit. Look around this motherfucker, it's like we still in the 80s. Everybody with the shit, it's like $1 billion to babies. I've been drilling for this feeling, my adrenaline saved me. I'm the Black Slim Shady, I've been killing them lately. Get these niggas the fuck out of here, man. Drillmatic August 12th, man. We ain't gonna play no games, man.
Nah, we can tell.
Yeah, fuck all that. Hey, I'm out.
Game is here, motherfucker.
Nah, game was here, I'm out.
Hell yeah. All right. Just in case you're still here, Dom, this is when I actually remember Jim Jones.
Hey, get my homeboy
Not
his
Jim Jones.
change.
I don't want any trouble.
G-A-M-E.
Man, all I want is my homeboy change, man. Give me the change so I get out of here, man.
I
That's
don't
why
want
I'm
any
out of here,
trouble.
man.
I feel sorry for your mother.
Fuck
This is
you
not
said
6
about
years
my
ago. This is
mother.
actually early 2000s.
Blow, tight grip on the Escalade
That's
pole.
deep.
Yeah, Harlem just like Compton. That's
I'm not
just
gonna
how I
watch that,
roll.
though,
Red
'cause I might
bandana
get
wrapped
copyrighted.
around a Chrome 44. Gun smoking like Suge Cigar. Show me how you stunt. Get thrown out of.
So that was The Game and Jim Jones from back in the day. What we got going on right now was not this dude's mouth wide the fuck open. It's actually a new segment from Arkansas. And for those of you that live in the Oklahoma, possibly California, Colorado area, keep an eye out for this next guy.
Arkansas State Police say they are looking for an armed and dangerous suspect wanted in Oklahoma for homicides.
Yes, and his name is Stacy Lee Drake, and he's wanted in 3 homicides. A 50-year-old man was last seen on foot outside a motel in Morrilton. He is wanted in connection with 3 homicides in Oklahoma from 2 separate carjackings.
Some of you know about this fake.
All right. That was one criminal. Now we got Jesse Lee Peterson. He's going to tell us about a mass shooting that happened at a Juneteenth celebration. I thought that the celebration was about freeing the black people, or actually the last of the slaves from Galveston, Texas. I believe that's the history behind Juneteenth, and they just made it a holiday, but it wasn't really a holiday. So let's listen to what Jesse Lee Peterson's got to say about this shooting, and I think he's just wearing an eye patch. I don't think I've seen him with an eye patch before. It might just be something for the show.
Holiday called Juneteenth, and it's a black thing. And what happened was the way this so-called Juneteenth thing about when slavery ended. Apparently, a few people, blacks in Texas, didn't know about it. That slavery had ended, and when I don't know how long it took, but whenever they got the word that slavery ended, they were like, "Why you didn't tell us, right?" And then as a result, they started a holiday, and
See,
they
Jesse?
call that holiday Juneteenth. And I think
Actually, I knew that. I missed that part when I was watching this because I was playing game and on my phone. Whatever. Continue. I love Jesse Lee Peters. This dude's so fucking based.
it's like a shut down holiday, a national holiday, because a few black people didn't know slavery ended. You shut down your business and everything.
Yeah, today's a federal holiday. So whoever's working, hopefully you're getting extra pay.
Isn't that amazing? I want my country back. It is not coming back. And as a result of this so-called black holiday, every time they celebrate it, it's coming up, but they've been celebrating it apparently along the way. They have weekend stuff. And every time they celebrate it, the blacks end up killing one another. Some of them, not all. Not all, but there's always a shooting. And so it's like you put your life at risk to go to a black event because you know there will be some shooting. Somebody going to get killed. How can you enjoy an event like that?
You can't.
How?
Oh, speaking of events, just bought tickets to an amazing game that's going to happen on November 3rd because the Tennessee Titans are going to get their ass whooped by the New England Patriots. Anyway, back to the story.
How can you enjoy an event like that? And why can't black people get together at least one time without shooting, without a fight, without killing one another?
It's crazy. I bought 3 football tickets.
Why
and it
is
cost
that?
me almost $1,000.
Think about that, folks. Why is that? What's wrong with the blacks that every time they have an event, somebody gonna either have fights, breakouts, or killing or both? According to ABC, 2 killed, 14 wounded suspect black. 2 killed, 14 wounded. Suspect black.
I like
And
how
this
he calls it
happened
out
in
as it is,
Round
not this
Rock,
sugarcoating
Texas.
mainstream media shit.
I want you to watch this first soundbite from Fox 7 Austin. Watch this.
Shots rang out around 10:50 Saturday night at Old Settlers Park during Round Rock's annual Juneteenth celebration.
Folks started running, wounded. You saw people on the ground who folks were doing CPR on. It was just pure chaos.
Thousands were at the event when Round Rock police say a fight broke out near the vendor area.
We do know there was 2 separate groups that got into an altercation with each other. This investigation will tell us what it started over, why it happened, and again, holding them responsible and accountable.
According to police, innocent bystanders were shot. 2 of them died and 14 were taken to the hospital. Their ages range from 10 to 62 years old. First responders at the event were able to assist the victims.
Most of those victims have been released from the hospital. The remaining victims are in stable condition and are expected to be released anytime within the next day or so.
Police were unable to locate a gunman, but did provide a description of a person of interest.
We are looking for a black male.
Oh, he had surgery on his eye.
Thin build, approximately 19, 20 years of age, with short dreads, and he was last seen wearing a white hoodie.
Amazing. What's wrong with the blacks? Why can't they have a nice event without fights or killing one another, others? And why do you love the thrill so much that you put your life at risk? You got to go. Why? You know if it's a black event, it's going to be a fight. And people don't deal with that. They don't deal with the anger
You're right,
of the
Tom.
blacks as
Thinking
to
about
where
it,
it
it's
really...
Texas. You think somebody there, and the thing is, there was cops on ground, and as you saw, they had 2 of those elevation points where they can monitor, and cops didn't get this dude. Make that one make sense, because it doesn't.
really come from. They have these black people thinking their anger come from white people, and it doesn't. It starts in the home. They too have to overcome their mothers. They must forgive their mothers and grandmothers. The anger starts there, and then they go out into the world, and the world, being evil, tell the people it's white, it's racism. It's this and that, and it's not true. Look what's happening. No love. I'm not surprised to hear about this. When you hear that there's a black-sponsored, majority black event like this, just know there will be a fight. Why would you go? You love feeling good that much that you put your life at risk, your family life at risk, and you already know that there's going to be some type of shooting. Here's a little bit more on that story from Fox 7 Austin.
Jesse sounds like he's
people were just rushing out of there, so it was hard, if not nearly impossible, to contain that immediate area where a lot of victims were. And then leaving the park just right here, they, had flashlights, ARs, are you hurt? Did you see anything?
According to Round Rock Police Chief Alan Banks, there were dozens of law enforcement officers at the event and 2 Skywatch towers.
Juneteenth is an open-air venue, which means that there is no security points. It is an open park with the stage in it. We had over 22 law enforcement personnel assigned to the event. Fire department and EMS was also assigned to the event itself.
Just getting out, not knowing where the suspects were.
1 gunman, 22 officers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess that works.
It was terrifying. I don't know that there was ever a moment that I thought I'm safe.
The mayor of Round Rock thanked first responders during a press conference and weighed in on the deadly shooting.
Our hearts are broken by last night's tragic events. We grieve with the families who have lost loved ones and stand with those who were injured. We are here for you.
This is the 16th year of this Juneteenth event here in the city of Round Rock. And for someone to destroy that peace and destroy the celebration in just an instant angers me. Turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. You're man enough to carry a gun and pull the trigger. Be man enough to step up. Turn yourself in. Let's figure out why you chose to take lives and injure people.
Amazing.
You know he's not going to turn himself in.
Mind blowing, huh? Nobody loved the blacks enough to tell them where the anger really is coming from. It started in the home. It's the nature of their mothers and grandmothers. And no one is telling them how to overcome it. They're using the blacks for personal gain. They want the blacks angry. They want them. They want them killing one another. They want the violence. That's how these people get money, because they say, hey, we need more money. Racism, whatever. If they had a job or something stupid, they say. They want them doing this. If not, they would tell the blacks how to overcome the anger. It has nothing to do with white people. And it's not going to get better until you point the way. It's of the heart. The heart is wicked. When I was growing up in Alabama, you never heard of any stuff like that. We would go out to the 4th of July celebration, different celebration at the park like that. And different churches, they were holding events around the churches. You never had this. You never even thought that this would happen in the good old days when boys were boys and men were men. You never even thought that this would happen. You went out, you had a good time, you went home, and it was an amazing time. Blacks have not always been this way, folks. I know that the race hustle in black people have you thinking that, oh, it's slavery. It's slavery. It's this, it's that. No, it's not. It's not slavery. It's not due to slavery, Jim Crow, or anything to do with white people. It hasn't always been this way. I didn't grow up with black people fighting like this. The only time I really saw black people fighting was when I would go up to Indiana and then to California. And when we did see a fight with the blacks in Alabama, it's rare, but it'd be some girls fighting over some guy. And that was rare. This is not the way blacks have always been. I want you to know that. They have not always been this way. Blacks are being used now. They want you angry and out of control.
Oh. It is because of
This is
labor.
what they want for you. 888-7, and you need to, I don't blame the race hustlers, though I do know that they are being used. They're using the black for personal gain.
No one likes the Broncos. All right, so this is Jameson, a former Marine. He has a few shows on social media, but he keeps getting demonetized on YouTube because, well, he was picking on, Dylan Mulvaney. But it was just showcasing his stuff. Anyway, so you don't know, the draft got reinstated pretty much yesterday for all males, so you no longer have to register for Selective Service. You're automatically registered for the draft. And, yeah, that fucking sucks. Because what happened to the all-volunteer force? Well, let's find out what, some of the people think. Aside from me and a former Marine.
There's not enough space in prisons for the people that's going to deny those drafts.
Because if I get drafted and I'm kidnapped or captured...
First of all, people like you would not pass the physical. Because, yes, it's still a mental disorder. Fucking...
By the enemy?
What does captured mean? I guess Gen Z is not too happy with being drafted. Men and women, of course, makes sense. Put women into combat arms jobs, draft them up, right? So this fine young human being here is going to snitch if they get drafted. I'm sure him or her have all this little top secret information to share. Stand by. Thanks for being here.
I want every branch of the military to listen to this video because this is a warning.
Okay.
Do not draft me.
No.
Please. For y'all safety, do not draft me.
I would do it for shit.
And I'm going to tell you why y'all safety is involved.
Right.
Because if I get drafted and I'm kidnapped or captured by the enemy, I'm snitching. I'm telling.
What does this person think they're going to snitch?
Coward.
Let's say they're drafted. Let's go down that path. People aren't joining, so you're going to have a draft at some point. Likelihood of them being in combat arms or having snitching information is small, right? I mean, they could be dumping food on a tray. They could be filling a Humvee with fuel, right? I mean, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
I doubt they're going to have this.
They literally have people that pump your gas in the military. I shit you not. That's a whole fucking job.
Nuclear
as washing laundry.
I mean, this is rich, but this is what we got. These people believe this.
everything. I'm telling them all the information that they need.
Right.
Yeah, sir. What was that? Oh, our hideout spot? Yes, sir. We're actually located in a camp 2 miles from here. It's not.
So he's admitting he'll be a traitor to his country. I think it's a he. I know it's a he. Oh, God damn it. I'm not high enough for this. Give me a couple more minutes.
It's not hard to find at all. It's actually easier if y'all find it on Google Maps. Oh, y'all don't know what that is? Okay, give me your phone. I'll show you.
Actually, dude, what happens when the internet goes down and they don't have Google Maps, right? What if you only have a paper map and a compass? Do you know how to do that? I do. What's up? And I live off GPS as well. But you take away electronics, what you got? Huh? That's probably how you're going to looking up at the enemy. Since you have no real information, that's what you're going to be doing.
Show y'all. But yeah, there's about 10 of us. We have guns, we have nukes, everything you could think of, we got it.
We have guns, we have nukes.
18 to 26.
People are so ill-informed about everything. Now, if you ask this human something about an iPhone or TikTok app, they know everything. I get another one coming. It's even better. Don't leave yet. What do we do here? Because they've made the military so unappealing. No one wants to draft these forever wars. Ukraine on the horizon. Maybe we'll go fight for Israel. Who knows at this point? Invade Israel or fight for Israel? One of the two. This is
Actually, I was talking to my wife this morning. Like all these, we need to support Palestine. We need to support Ukraine. You know what, dude? If we do the draft, I tell you what, we'll help you support them by giving them you're drafted anyway, so now you're going to be a pawn, just like every enlisted member of the military, right? Bring it up, Jameson. Oh, I don't think he does though.
You snitching, bro? Hell yeah, I'm snitching. I'm not dying for none of y'all or this country.
Right.
I want to live.
That right there pissed me off. That pissed me off. He won't die for his country. Maybe it's just me and my mentality. We're just to go be cliche. We're just built different. Takes 1% of the United States population has ever joined the military or is currently serving. Something like that. It's never changed.
I'm not dying for none of y'all or this country.
Right.
I want to live. Even if that means joining the enemy, I want my life. So
what if
yeah.
the enemy makes you
So
fight?
I'm not fighting this country. I want to live, so it means joining the enemy. I guess when you just degrade patriotism, you say veterans, the biggest threat. I think Mike Glover said that. What do you think about that story? And then you got Obama take.
I saw the selective service portion and I gave my thoughts on it, but it's now the draft has been officialized as of yesterday. So there's no more registering for selective service. You're automatically registered for the draft. And I assume when you get your driver's license or graduate high school or something. It's fucking nuts.
8 years of Obama, you didn't build that. It wasn't proud of America. America's fundamentally racist. They grow
Who'd have
up. They're
thought?
not proud to be American. They want to be anybody but American. They're not going to fight for the country. Well, he or him, her, whatever, wouldn't fight to begin
There you
with,
go.
but they don't want to participate, give anything. So this is an interesting timeline because it doesn't seem like these forever wars are stopping anytime soon.
Oh, no,
He started the draft again.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something. There's not enough space in prisons for the people.
So now, I want you to, when you watch this, pay attention to that little kid they had before the he, she, her. And then you have this guy. New generation versus old school.
That's going to deny those drafts.
Totally agree. Most of these people aren't fit to
What's up,
join,
Jeff?
number one. Change what you typically deny to get in with mental health. We've said that's the best among us, right? Starting and Brave, of course.
There's a whole fucking
So
section of regulation that goes over medical qualifications and disqualifications in the United States military. Pretty much anything mental health wise, disqualified.
don't know what you do, but I don't think these people want to fight for this country. They'd fight for the other side, for sure. So the jails will be full, and there'll be a revolt. Now, the draft has been there, selective service. They haven't called the draft, implemented it, but they've said women are part of selective service now. And they could define what a woman was. Did you notice that? That legislation? Tell me what you think about that.
Okay.
What person in his right mind is going to go fight the war for y'all? Like, make it make sense. Make everything make sense. Come on now. For them to start the draft again, they got to know that there's about to be a war on the United States.
Yeah, and that's how
true,
you know
right?
They have, it is the fucking draft. Because think about it, we don't have the military forces right now to combat anybody, pretty much right now, because we're so fucking low, and we have the bottom of the barrel pretty much left in, minus maybe 10%. So how do you fill the ranks? You fucking make people join. And I've always said I don't believe in a draft, and I don't believe in mandatory military service, because you're gonna have little faggots like that dude at the beginning that are gonna go there and be like, oh, I've got PTSD from basic training, and then he's gonna get fucking $6,000 a month for the rest of his life because he got PTSD through the VA. That's what's gonna happen.
The only way they could make it make sense would be there's something that motivates people enough, like a 9/11 event, or people want to join. I think that ship has even sailed, even if there was another event of that nature. I don't know that people would remotely want to fight and go over. They saw what happened 20 years in the desert.
If you have another 9/11
Afghanistan.
style event, put me back in boots. Put me back in boots. As long as I'm here defending the homeland. Not another country. Put me in boots if we're defending here. This is the only place we should be defending in the world. Nowhere else. See, there you go, Yeti. You're proof.
Honesty and withdrawal.
But I remember I've had to disqualify people in the office because of one medical condition or another.
And they don't want that. I get it. They don't see any value. I mean, it's a problem. I'm laughing. I don't know what else to say here.
Soil. Y'all understand that first and foremost. And y'all have been treating y'all people so bad. Y'all have been sending money to other countries. You think these people are going to go fight a war for y'all? Come on, make it make sense. Like, no.
It's hard to disagree with the man. How much have we sent to Ukraine? A lot. We try to give the military a raise. Like, no, we can't give them a raise. That's impossible. Give Congress 8-10%. Military, here's your 2%. Just the list.
So here's a little thing a lot of people didn't know about joining the military as a single parent. You can join the military as a single parent. It just cannot be active duty. You can join the reserves and then go active from there.
It's as long, right?
That's how you get a double enlistment out of one person.
The Afghan withdrawal, I think young Gen Z or so that go, whoa. So I can't disagree with the man. It's tough.
Whoa.
It's a tough time to recruit.
They should have told you immediately at MEPS, because physical is like one of the first 3 things you do before you even select a job. That's fucking crazy.
We don't have those.
And it's funny because people can join the army and not have flat feet, and the army will cause flat feet.
Movies that got people to join up. True or false, the facts of the movie, that used to work. We don't have that any longer.
No. We are not going. We are not standing up for the United States of America because the United States of America don't stand up for us. Now, make it make sense, y'all. Ain't nobody finna. No. Everybody is going to deny it. I don't care what you threaten them with. I don't care what you say. We are denying it. We are not going to fight a war that does not benefit us.
Just keep in mind that Joe Biden got out of the military service. Donald Trump got out of military service. Fucking Bill Clinton's a fucking straight up draft dodger.
Now, are y'all serious? We are not doing that. Make it make sense, y'all.
Well, it's not going to make sense unless they flood your phone full of information, we'll call it, propaganda.
I know, Phoenix.
Says we need to go fight here or there. They tried that with Ukraine, and a lot of people had Ukraine flags in their bio. They were all about it.
Remember that word.
But the young people, they may have the Ukraine flag in their bio, but are they going to go fight for that? No, absolutely not. Pick a country, they're going to go fight for Palestine. Or, I mean, flip the coin, Israel, depending on which person you're talking to. So I think it's tough because they've seen the outcome. They've got all this information at their fingertips. They know these forever wars end up in nothing. And they see the U.S. military being dunked on. So why the military being the enlisted, I'm not talking the military in general, but the average.
So he's explained the people that are enlisted. So that's anybody that's not an officer, right? That's pretty much a lieutenant and above. Because those are the guys that make all the things, and they're the ones that pass it down to the enlisted, and then we're the ones. We're the manual labor of the army. The enlisted is the manual labor. So pretty much shit rolls downhill.
Troops are getting dunked on by the leadership, the government, and you see it just nonstop. And now they've got this communications platform, TikTok or whatever it is, that they'll talk about it. And I agree with this man. People aren't going to join.
Yeah.
You can have a draft all day, and people will say, no, I'm not doing it. What are you going to do? Put them in jail? I guess so. You know, the jail with people who are conscientious objectors. And most of these folks, up until 20 years ago, wouldn't have been allowed in the military to start. Well, a lot of them, I should say.
There you go.
Allowed to start with because there may be something going up here. They're overweight. You get my point
people
here.
Don't look at that either.
Thanks for being here, checking the description.
So I could have somebody come in that's like 3 pounds overweight, but if I go to do the body fat analysis and they're 1% over, you're still failing, man. You had to. If you don't pass the body fat analysis, then you're gonna fail, and that's another disqualifier from the army. But once you get in, you can do whatever you want, as you've seen in some people's pictures.
Description box. Follow me at some of those links. Not putting out as many videos here. Got a locals group and demonetized. As you know, I'm complaining.
All right, Jameson. So, remember when I said, remember that Ukraine flags in the bio? Well, you'll see. The next story we got coming up, it is from a school, I believe it's in Texas. That involves a minor, a corrections course, and a prison and sodomy. Well, I'll let that one stew, but remember, Ukraine flags in the bio.
Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. It be like a black square post. Everybody feel like Malcolm X for a while. They don't really want that smoke, so they just post in line and get quiet. Y'all just really act that woke. Media take control of the mind. Swear to God that y'all across lines. Dave Chappelle did not commit crimes. Dumb girls tried to cancel the office. Now they got Ukraine flags in their office. Shake that ass at Coachella proudly just to show Instagram she still got it. Content now it looks like a Playboy. Girls got options, best learn to Playboy. Better yet find a Christian wife. Try to live your life, mind your business like hey boy. This is a field for the top elites. Bada boom, yeah, bada bing. Get a room if you wanna dream. Never mind, she's too good for you anyway. Driving home on the interstate, so sweet like lemonade. Minute Maid on a nice hot summer day. Gotta go let you in the way, so fix your face or get the pace or get in place. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. I be the realest, y'all gonna feel it. High as the ceiling, I'm in the building. Y'all think the villains are really the heroes? Stuck in De Niro, it's about to get spiritual. Tell Jesus Christ I've been trying my best, so the girls on the gram now I see them flex. Sometimes I feel this crazy world to test. Oregon Trail, I'm about to move west. Rockstar Eddie Vedder music, Trailblaze Meriwether Lewis. If you didn't get that reference, you should have been a better student. Yeah, my baby hot like a Ukraine biolab. WMD, where them Hussein vials at. Thought that martial law was just a conspiracy. Then they locked you in your house and brainwashed you to think differently. Yeah. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, I'ma heat the street. Jesus, please speak for me, reaching deep peacefully. Whole world gonna cease to speak when I drop that steel. I fuck what you feel. I'm up on my hill, y'all nothing but filth. I'm coming to chill, big pharma wants you overdose on a bucket of pills. I'm nothing but real. I explain this truthfully. Who is me? Flow tight and music deep. Rick James, I'm a super freak. Gotta shoot a streak, turn my life to a lucid dream. Planet Earth is my movie screen. How the future me? I'm a boss, never took the knee. No ritual Kubrick scene. I knew my clean. So flow gonna open crease. Moses me, get me that Oprah green. I stack high like a poker king, and I ain't never gonna fold when I know that I hold the keys. Yeah. You don't wanna really try me. You don't wanna really try me. You don't wanna really try me. You don't wanna really try me.
So the debate, yeah, I can't wait for that debate. However, that's gonna be the tipping point for the Democratic Party to where they're gonna switch somebody out. Whether it's Joe, Kamala, because I hear there's rumor going around that they might pull Kamala and put in Hillary Clinton as the VP. So if Joe gets reelected, which if they're doing that, that's the writing on the wall, then Hillary Clinton will be the next president after Joe Biden during the second term. That could just be me in my mind overanalyzing it, but it's an option. Now, this story kind of pisses me off, and I'm gonna let them go over this. It involves a minor, like I said, a criminal justice program doing stuff in a prison as minors with security guards? No? But they said there's always a guard in the pod. Or is there?
So what you people are doing, but you're really barking up the wrong tree.
We're asking questions, man.
Sir, I have nothing to say to you.
A student in your program got taken advantage of.
Sir, you got about 5 seconds to get off my.
If you're asking us to leave, we're leaving.
I'm definitely telling you to leave.
Not a problem.
This is private property.
We're asking questions as journalists. We are not doing anything more than that. We are simply asking questions as journalists. We called you on the phone.
You are on private
You hung up
property.
the phone on us. You asked us to leave. We're leaving. You then chased us.
You are on. I know. I ain't chasing you nowhere. I am in my right
I
here.
asked you if you had anything you wanted to talk about.
This is my property.
You don't care about a young
I don't
girl
care about your
who you were
story.
responsible for. She was under your care, correct?
No.
She would never be alone with a convicted criminal.
Oh, no. There's still children that we're taking care of.
Just to be clear, like we're talking like minor high school students will be alone with criminals in jail.
Yeah, I mean, they hire, I mean, the reason why we do it because they hire at age 18.
So they're getting experience before.
Bill Gates and a bunch of his cronies. I think that's who's in charge.
Before they become an adult?
Yes.
I'm aware that if you're intent on doing something, it's almost impossible to stop. As long as I've been here, I've had correction officers engaged in sexual activity within the facility and been prosecuted. We've sent people to prison for that. And one thing I know is that if somebody is intent on doing something, it's very hard to stop it completely because you can move around, and while an officer is doing his round, you can step inside a cell for a very short period of time, engage in some nefarious activity, like bringing contraband in or something like that. I believe the person is now 18. There was, at all times in this particular incident, there was another officer in that pod.
I'm happy to what's your name? I'm AJ. I'm the public relations coordinator here.
Public relations, okay. Do you want to go? He's unavailable to speak.
I would prefer to speak on behalf of the district. So, as of last year, then how did the program just end? Is it the sheriff's office that stopped it? Because from what I understand, the sheriff's office told me that after they learned of the incident, that they were the ones that stopped the program. Oh, that's not something that I'm aware of. That would be a question for the sheriff's office. If that's something that, I mean, are you aware that the sheriff's office is no longer?
Look at the date.
As far as
So this is obviously the lead-in, but look at the date. This is yesterday. So it's going to be current as of yesterday.
Well, I believe that we temporarily suspended it.
Okay, I can connect you down to his office. However, we are on summer break, so we really have a skeleton crew here right now. We'll try Miss Baumgartner and see if she's in. I'm going to try one more person. Hold on. The person at extension 4117 is unavailable.
So no students, I can tell her that. No student's been assaulted through Butler Tech at the jail.
Correct.
Okay, well, thank goodness, man. So what happened with...
Excuse me? I can't speak on students.
I'll give you my email address, and you can send me an email with the particulars that you know. I will go through the proper channels with Marshal Service headquarters to see, what information we can relay to you. But I also believe, with very respectfully, that you need to do a FOIA request asking the information. If there was an investigation done by the Marshal Service, if something to that effect, what information can they provide you?
I don't know if this jogs your memory at all. Willie Attaway and Larkin McGowan are the federal inmates involved. So there's a record of this. Are those people you'd be familiar with? Hardened criminals?
I have no comment, sir.
If you just told me to receive his email and we are opening an investigation into this matter, and we will forward it to the appropriate authorities for further investigation. Are you able to confirm that you were not aware of this prior to us letting you know? We were not aware.
Well, what I can say is...
Oh, this is the already cut version, so I watched it when it was live. I didn't realize he was going to make it into a little version of it. But yeah, I still believe this needs to be, this is Crowder. This still needs to be heard, because I know when my daughter was going through high school, they had a program where they went to other schools to do the medical assessments, let alone fucking this stuff.
Based on what you guys advised us of on Friday, we are formalizing a written response that once it gets approval from Marshal Service Headquarters, I will forward to you.
Okay.
But outside of the official response, and I want to say thank you for bringing this to our attention.
So first, I can report to you today that the U.S. Marshals have opened an investigation into a massive cover-up.
This was this morning.
Within the Butler County, Ohio jail. And I know that exclusively because of our undercover unit and you, the supporting members of Mug Club. Second, I'm going to let you know how this seemingly local story actually directly affects and impacts you and your community. To start with, a 17-year-old girl was taking part in a school vocational program in which she spent time with violent federal inmates who proceeded to coerce and manipulate her into sexual acts and trafficking contraband. Now, how did this happen? And who, if anybody, could have stopped it? According to all of the information available, the incident was buried by both those in charge at the Butler Tech Justice Program, that's the vocational school, and the Butler County Sheriff's Department itself. Why? A wild guess would suggest that Butler County's not wanting to lose their multi-million-dollar federal contract with the U.S. Marshals could be a reason. And I'm sure that 17-year-old girls being exposed to and left with violent federal inmates might reflect poorly on the publicly funded Butler Tech vocational program. Key terms here being contracts and publicly funded. Starting to see how this could happen in your community, in any community? I'll let you be the judge. Starts with an internship.
Oh, yeah.
Involving the county jail with a minor.
That's why I said this story, like, it pisses me off because I know my daughter did a vocational thing for her medical certification. So this is happening in high schools. They do have, if you guys have kids in high schools now, they have schools that cater towards a certain career path. And then some chances they get opportunities to do on-the-job training. But the fact that a 17-year-old girl was put in jail, was in a jail unsupervised is fucking wrong. No matter if the girl was 17 or if the girl was 24, that's still fucking wrong.
Allowed free rein and was repeatedly left unattended with hardened criminals, including a convicted murderer. As a result, a relationship developed between this minor female and two dangerous federal inmates. Larkin McGowan, who committed every crime from drug abuse to aggravated robbery, and Willie Attaway Jr., a convicted murderer. Subsequently, these two were able to effectively groom this girl into illegal acts and, of course, major violations of jail policy. Mug Club only became aware of this incident because one brave whistleblower contacted us with leaked documents and details of the case. Now, that would seem shocking enough. We understand, though, that mistakes are often made, even harmful ones, unintentionally. The inexcusable part is that once we began investigating, we were repeatedly stonewalled and outright lied to by both the tech school and the sheriff's department. These people knew about the incident. They just didn't want anyone else to know. You know who else didn't know? The U.S. Marshals. Do you know how I know? Because the local chief deputy directed us to them, claiming that the Marshals had been made aware. And so we made some phone calls. It's a good thing we did. The story you're about to hear is definitely disturbing for some viewers, but it's an important one. March 1st, 2024, Jane Doe, a female high school student, was interning as a correctional officer through this criminal justice program at Butler Tech, an alternative learning institution. It's based in Hamilton, Ohio. Now, we, of course, are not going to reveal the name of this person because she's a minor, And she's a victim of the incompetency of her program's leadership and the jail's correctional staff within the Butler County Sheriff's Department. According to Butler Tech's website, students on the criminal justice track will put on a uniform and uphold the law of the land with a future in criminal justice and explore all angles of law enforcement from police training to court proceedings, forensics, and investigations to crisis response. As part of the internship program, this Jane Doe was placed in the Butler County Jail. Now, it should be noted, until 2021, Butler County worked with ICE to house immigrants while their asylum cases were pending.
For the first time in about 17 years, Butler County Sheriff's Office will no longer work with ICE to jail immigrants. The sheriff terminated the contract with the Department of Homeland Security this week.
WCPO 9 News reporter Courtney Francisco found out what this means for people held prisoner under the old contract.
Life inside Butler County Jail's immigrant quarters will change over the next 60 days, attorneys say. Immigrants will get released.
Butler County received a hefty sum to do so. In 2017, the Marshals made a deal with the jail for $8.2 million over 5 years to house ICE detainees.
In 2017, WCPO's investigative team told you the federal government used taxpayer dollars to pay the jail about $8.2 million over 5 years to house ICE detainees.
After somewhere around 17 years, the Butler County Jail ended their contract with the Department of Homeland Security, citing that federal officials continue to add unreasonable and cost-prohibitive mandates. Now, our source indicated that the Butler County Jail now receives $10 million in federal funding to house federal inmates on behalf of the U.S. Marshals. We did find a 2014 contract agreement between the United States Marshals Service and the Butler County Jail, signed by current Sheriff Richard Jones, which showed a deal totaling $8.4 million. That means that when Jane Doe started her program, it was known she would be working in proximity with federal inmates, including, again, hardened criminals guilty of everything up to and including murder. Now, while that may seem questionable, it could figuratively all have been done above board if all the proper procedures had been followed. They were not followed. And what happened as a result cannot be considered anything close to above board. So according to our source, Jane Doe, a high school student, a minor at the time, was routinely left unsupervised in the facility with, again, hardened inmates. For reference, here's a photo of where Jane Doe might have worked during her time in the program. Now, this minor female, a girl, was then coerced over the course of her internship into smuggling contraband, including drugs, cell phones, and cigarettes. However, that pales in comparison to what happened between Jane Doe, this minor female, and two inmates, Willie Attaway and Larkin McGowan. Attaway is being held at Butler County for murdering the owner of a store during armed robbery.
A man pleads guilty to murdering a convenience store owner and 5 other armed robberies in all. The robberies happening in Hamilton, Lebanon, Deerfield Township, Blue Ash, and Madeira. 32-year-old Willie James Attaway now admitting to murdering the owner of the Madeira beverage. This was back in February of 2021. And again, he pleaded guilty today. It was one of the 5 places he robbed over a 2-day period. After Attaway killed this owner, he then went on to rob 2 more convenience stores that very night. He faces up to 45 years behind bars.
That's just the cherry on top of a long history containing criminal drug charges, domestic abuse. You can read up on it. Now, McGowan has a criminal history of violent crimes, including burglary, aggravated robbery, the run-of-the-mill stuff. According to our source, these inmates actively manipulated, groomed, and coerced Jane Doe into sexual acts, including, not limited to, sodomy. These claims are supported by letters that we have obtained between Jane Doe and the inmates. Now, the letters, which we are about to show you, were shared exclusively with the Mug Club Undercover Unit by one of our viewers. And when I told you that Mug Club Undercover was going to be a huge part of the future here of Mug Club, that's exactly what I meant. None of this is possible without you, Mug Club, our members. If you want to help to continue and grow this movement, do consider joining Mug Club at louderwithcrowder.com/Mug Club right now. Use the promo code COVERUP for $20 off. None of this happens without you. Let's take a look at some examples of the correspondence between the hardened federal inmates and young girl. This one here reads as a masterclass in manipulation written by Larkin McGowan to Jane Doe. It says, "Baby, I apologize about earlier. I just don't want you to fuck up what you got going on for one of these clowns. Like I said before, talk too much. He already told everybody he got your Instagram. It's cool to talk, but don't be too friendly, because start thinking other shit. They think you talking to them means that you like them, and you my bitch, so I can't have that. And about what I asked you last week about the Newports, it's really simple, babe. You won't get in trouble if you listen to me and do it the right way. You can literally just put them in your bra until you get in." Here's another one to Jane Doe from Willie Attaway, a.k.a. Bear, a.k.a. convicted murderer. "Bae, my name Bear. I'm 32 years old. I have no kids. I'm from Cincinnati. I grew up downtown. I'm looking for someone I can build with, get to know, and start a future. Someone that's for me, like I'm for them. Someone I can call my person." And Attaway writes like this for pages and pages, including, "I just want to be as safe as possible, and I really want to build with you. I'm not in this relationship to use you or hurt you. Only time I'll hurt you is when we make love. But it will be more pleasure than pain." And if that weren't romantic enough, write down an address I can get at you at, and that Cash App, so I can keep them nails and sexy ass feet done. Let's turn up. I'm not playing with you at all. I'm locking you down. You mine. You my baby. I'm your dude. Write me back ASAP. To my queen.
Why do you think, Zippity? They don't want people to really know this kind of shit's happening, because they would expose other programs around the country that people are profiting off of.
From your king. In one particularly graphic letter to Jane Doe, he writes, "Make sure you write your phone number down on a small piece of paper, ball it up real small, and when you do your rounds, flick it in my cell. My cellie is my homie from the streets, so we good, and you ain't got to have no worries dealing with us at all. It's the others you got to be careful about. So is you trying to be wifey or what? Do you want to ride my face and big dick? Can you handle 11 inches? Another gem, a list of get-to-know-you questions from who we presume, based on the less-than-stellar handwriting, is Larkin McGowan, reads, 2, how many dudes do you talk to? 3, can you see yourself being with me when I get out? 4, why you be entertaining these dumbass in here? 5, what do you like most about me? 6, do you or 7, have you ever been to Columbus? 8, what's your favorite position? P.S. I was excited to see you today, and I'm a call tonight between 9 and 9:30. And please stop accepting notes from these. And the shit I be doing in my cell and in the shower, you can't do that with other people because you mines only." Remember, Jane Doe is a minor, a girl. Of course, these acts couldn't go unpunished. She was charged with multiple crimes, including a Class 3 felony. Attaway Jr. and McGowan,
They groomed her, and now she's in trouble.
Any punishment yet, but there is an ongoing C-10 investigation, according to Chief Deputy Dwyer, and according to Ohio.gov, a C-10 violation in this case means that even if found guilty, the inmates could really face nothing more than a restriction of certain privileges for a designated period of time. Justice is served. So in order to corroborate what the source had given us, we FOIA'd the incident report, as well as any communications between Jane Doe and the inmates. We were successful with the incident report confirming a relationship between this girl, Jane Doe, and the inmates, but were denied the letters or any other forms of communication. So naturally, we had more than a few questions, namely, what kind of a program, what kind of a publicly funded program would leave minors unattended with murderers? We reached out to Butler Tech for answers, and what we got included a slew of contradicting answers across 24 separate phone calls. First spoke with Butler Tech Secretary Lacey Homan, who assured us that under no circumstances would a minor ever be left alone in this kind of a situation.
So wait, so you said they do a tour, but they're not, she would never be alone with a convicted criminal?
Oh, no.
Oh, thank God. So I can promise her that there is never going to be a situation where she would be alone with some, like, hardened criminal?
Correct.
Oh, thank goodness.
Correct.
So
These are still children that we're taking care of.
yes, they are. That's great. So what kind of safety measures do you guys have in place? Like, I think that's cool. They get to see the jail and all, but, like, obviously they would be, like, supervised by, is that someone from Butler Tech that goes with them on the jail tour?
Yeah, their criminal justice instructor goes, and then normally there's one or two other chaperones.
Incorrect. We agree these are children. This is not what we would call taken care of. So next, we reached out to the head of the program, Aaron Fitzgerald, who told us that while interns may, from time to time, be left alone, nothing bad has ever happened as a result.
Would a student ever be alone with a criminal in the jail?
Yes. If they're interning.
If they're interning? Okay. So that's something you get in, like, how do you go from, because she's 17 and she's, like, so psyched for this.
Yeah, I mean, I select those students who are going to do the internships their senior year. But, I mean, yes, they will be, I mean, those students who do the internship in the jail, they will be working in a full-fledged
facility. That's, like, without supervision?
I mean, they'll be there with officers, but, I mean, will there be times where you might be, alone with the inmate? I mean, that possibility exists.
Okay.
I'm just being real with you.
I appreciate it. I mean, that's what I'm trying.
But the way they're talking about it seems like it was more than just periodic. They had whole ass relationships.
I'm just trying to put out the fire.
There's all going to be all kinds of paperwork, before we do the internships that they would have to sign. I mean,
just to be clear, like, we're talking, like, minor high school students will be alone with criminals in jail?
Yeah, I mean, they hire, the reason why we do it because they hire at age 18.
So they're getting experience before they become an adult?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you guys just...
A lot of our programs have internships. I mean, welding, fire.
Those are different.
I mean, and, here's the thing. I can kind of, like... there's probably...
He
there's
just
probably never been, like,
internship at a prison to welding, fire, and information technology. That's not an... The other two, those three I could see being a good internship program for high school students. Not this fucking prison. Oh,
like an incident, right?
We had anybody. I can tell you that, but
We're sorry.
It's a jail facility, so
things can happen, right? But
things happen that happen in jail.
No students ever died. Can I tell her that?
Yeah.
Anything like been assaulted, anything like that?
No.
So, okay, good. So no students. I can tell her that no students been assaulted through Butler Tech at the jail.
Correct.
Finally, we spoke with Butler County Chief Deputy Anthony Dwyer, who told us that not only were the interns left alone, but something bad actually did happen.
What was incorrect about what I had stated in my voicemail?
Once again, it's a pending criminal case. The person in this case, the juvenile, has been charged. Did you know that?
Yeah, the juvenile was charged with, it was conveyance of contraband, essentially.
Yeah, that was the original charge, and then there's an underlying discussion about the other physical things that went on in the facility with this juvenile.
We then tried to get some answers, some help from Hamilton High School, who shares a campus with Butler Tech. Unfortunately, we got the runaround from HHS as well, until we were finally called back by Principal Zari, who outright denied any affiliation.
Were you made aware of this situation?
The Butler Tech Criminal Justice Program is not a satellite program here at our campus.
Seems cut and dry, except it was promptly contradicted by the Hamilton School Board.
Hamilton City Board of Education.
Hey there. I was just calling to see if y'all were affiliated with Butler Tech Vocational School.
Yes, there's like some programs that the high school kids take.
Awesome. There's one. So my kid wants to do criminal justice. I heard they got a great program there at Butler Tech.
Yes.
So now we have a harrowing, hair-raising incident involving a girl, violent federal inmates, including a murderer. And the high school can't help. Guess they're not responsible. The tech school can't help. Guess they're not responsible. The local sheriff's department can't help. I guess they're not responsible. Maybe you could argue that since this involves federal prisoners under the supervision of U.S. Marshals, they should be the ones to deal with it. The big question that we had as we continued down this path is, did they even know? When Chief Deputy Dwyer contacted my team on Monday, June 17th, he told us that he was almost positive the Marshals, they knew.
Who was made aware of this situation?
And that's everyone that's involved in this is aware. Obviously the juvenile.
So the Marshals, they're the kid's family.
I can't confirm. I'm almost positive that they spoke to the Marshals and notified them of the incident.
Unfortunately, when we spoke with the very helpful, by the way, Assistant Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal Melissa Duffy, who our source indicated was responsible for the inmates initially, she indicated that the Marshals, in fact, did not know. And as a result of now knowing, they were launching an investigation.
If you just know, I did receive an email, and we are opening an investigation into this matter, and we will forward it to the appropriate authorities for further investigation. Are you able to confirm that you were not aware of this prior to us letting you know? We were not aware.
2 days later, June 17th, Duffy informed us that the U.S. Marshals would be providing a written statement and assured us that they were taking the matter very seriously. I just wanted to confirm that said that you weren't aware of this before we called or brought it to your attention, right?
Well, what I can say is, based on what you guys advised us of on Friday, we are formalizing a written response that once it gets approval from Marshal Service Headquarters, I will forward to you.
Okay.
But outside of the official response, I want to say thank you for bringing this to our attention. And I mean, we are concerned. I can say that.
Yes.
We understand the sensitivity of the matter, and hence why we are doing a written statement.
Yes.
It's coming out between the Marshal Service here, Southern Ohio, and Marshal Service Headquarters.
Okay, great. That's
and as soon as I receive that, as from my senior management here locally, which I am a part of, obviously, we will forward it on, and I will personally make sure that you receive it.
As of this recording, we are still waiting to receive the letter. Now, during that same call, Dwyer also downplayed Jane Doe's status as a minor and altogether the seriousness of the situation.
I don't know who you've talked to, but generally with a pending criminal case, we don't talk much about those. I also want to make sure that things are accurate, that you're getting the right information and not, I'm assuming as a journalist, you want to have accurate information that you can report.
Yes, sir. 100%.
So, right. And like I said, when I listen to the message, that's not accurate. Can we talk off the record? Are you truly, I don't really know you, so are you a journalist? Or everyone that's involved in this is aware, obviously the juvenile.
So the Marshals, they're the kid's family.
I can't confirm. I'm almost positive that they spoke to the Marshals and notified them of the incident. I've been involved in this for quite a while in the jail, and I'm aware that if you're intent on doing something, it's almost impossible to stop. As long as I've been here, I've had correction officers engaged in sexual activity within the facility and been prosecuted. We've sent people to prison for that.
A fucking underage minor, you fucking goofball piece of shit. We're talking employees versus a fucking student. This motherfucker needs to be fired.
And one thing I know is that if somebody is intent on doing something, it's very hard to stop it completely, because you can move around, and while an officer is doing his round, you can step inside a cell for a very short period of time, engage in some nefarious activity, like bringing contraband in or something like that. So it is difficult to stop that 100%.
This was a particularly alarming situation to us because of the age of the student in question.
I believe the person is now 18.
Copy that.
She's an adult.
Well, my sources indicate that that's not the case, but we can double check that. Has there been any change to the policy? Is there anything that's changed as far as supervisory roles inside the facility that could prevent this sort of thing from happening again?
Well, and that's what I mentioned to you earlier. When somebody decides to go down that path, it's virtually impossible to stop it completely. The only information we have during the interview was a consensual encounter with an inmate.
We have the letters written between these two federal inmates, Larkin McGowan and Willie Attaway. We know what went on, sir.
And if you have those, we would appreciate you sharing those with us, because it might lead to the criminal case.
You have them too.
Stupid.
Letters between two inmates?
Yes, and the phone calls. We understand there's video of her being sodomized by these men on her cell phone. So you're telling me there was a guard in earshot of this?
There was.
Oh, that means they also produce child pornography. Oh my fucking God. They need to be taken out into the yard, stripped naked, right? Put little slices in their skins, and just let the rats have them. Listen to their screams. It'll be so nice to hear.
At all times, from my understanding of the investigation, another officer inside the pod. And I don't think that's accurate. I think there was another cell phone involved, and I don't believe that they authenticated any video of the actual incident occurring, that's two separate issues. There is a taped interview with her that is in court as we speak, where you have the whole interview of them talking to her. At first, she denies the allegation, and then she continues on to make other admissions. And there is a full... That is taped, and that is actually currently in the court system now. There's a motion to suppress her statement, and they've had a first hearing, and there's another hearing pending.
Wait. They want to suppress her statement? That means it's incriminating.
Who filed the motion to suppress her statement?
Excuse me?
Who filed the motion to suppress her statement?
Her attorney. If somebody wants to come here so we can exchange that information or receive it, yes, we would take any information if
All right, Matt. So this girl, a 17-year-old student interning at a jail through high school tech school program, apparently was left alone in the jail cell pods with inmates because, she's acting in the capacity of a jailer, and then she had a relationship with these two inmates, like bringing contraband in. They groomed the fuck out of her. They had sex with her in the cells, and from what they say, they got video on her phone, but everybody's denying it. Said, "Oh, this is not how it happened," and this motherfucker's trying to say, "Well, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen." First of all, you left a 17-year-old girl in an entire pod with no supervision.
if it's relevant to the case. Obviously, we want to get to the truth of the matter. And I believe at the time they did have her phone and they scanned her phone. So we have all that. So if there's something else, and I was aware of another video that I believe is unrelated. But yes, if somebody wants to bring information in here and share it, I'd appreciate that.
Now, while we were in Butler County, my team also visited Butler Tech. Unfortunately, the place was largely a ghost town with only a secretary who knew very little. But still looking for answers, the Mug Club Undercover Unit visited the home of Butler Tech program lead Aaron Fitzgerald, and that is when the following exchange took place.
I was looking for Aaron Fitzgerald.
Yes. Who are you with, sir?
Louder with Crowder.
You're Louder with Crowder. And what's your name?
My name is.
What's
What's your name?
I'm not going to give you a last name right now. Again, Aaron, you're the one we're asking questions to.
Do not contact my cell phone again.
Okay.
Definitely do not come to my property again.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what you people are doing, but you're really barking up the wrong tree.
We're asking questions, man.
Sir, I have nothing to
A
say to
student
you.
in your program got taken advantage of.
Sir, you got about 5 seconds to get off my.
If you're asking us to leave, we're leaving.
I'm
That's
definitely
fine.
telling you to leave.
Not a problem.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Never come back.
Understood.
The nerve on.
Now I'm not on your property. So now we can talk.
Actually, you are. This is a private neighborhood.
This is a private neighborhood?
It signs out front. You have no business being here. Do not come back. We will trespass you.
You've already told me that.
100%.
I already understand it. You're the one who came off your property.
This right here. No.
I asked you a question.
This is private property.
For your program.
This is private
We're
property.
asking questions as journalists. We are not doing anything more than that. We are simply asking questions as journalists. We called you on the phone.
You are on private
You hung up
property.
the phone on us. You asked us to leave. We're leaving. You then chased us.
You are on. I know. I ain't chasing you nowhere. I am in my right
I asked
here.
you if you had anything you wanted to talk about.
This is my property.
That's it.
Are you still running the program for criminal
This is
Is
my
the program,
property.
is the program still in it?
This is my property. This neighborhood is completely private. You have no business here.
My business was to come talk to you.
No,
You
your
asked me
business
to
is-
leave, so
your
now
business-
we're leaving.
Your business is not to come talk to me. Please do not contact me on my personal cell phone.
I
Do not
understood.
ever come back to my house.
The story's coming out next week.
I don't care.
And then we'll
Run
take
the
it from
story.
there.
I don't have anything to do with your story. I don't care about your
girl in
story.
your program.
I don't care about your story.
You don't care about a young
I
girl
don't care about
who
your
you were
story.
responsible for. She was under your care.
That was your program.
correct?
No. Do not ever come to my home again.
Understood.
So with all that, a lot of questions still remain, namely all of them, including the ones that I'm sure are bothering you. Is this program still ongoing? And if it is, have any changes been made to ensure the safety of the students, people involved? Who's in charge of the safety? What changes have been made? What accountability has taken place? Who is actually in charge of running an investigation once an incident like this has already taken place and ensuring that it doesn't take place again? Are you seeing how this could happen in any community across the United States? Not just with this type of a program, but any.
And one thing the police know about it because there's a report from the jail. You mean to tell me the instructor has no idea? Come on, man.
Publicly funded, taxpayer funded program. It seems that any time public funding or grants are involved, people have a vested interest in ensuring that that continues. But where do you go as a tax-paying citizen for accountability, for answers, when your public servants aren't actually serving you? Where do you go when your public servants are actually serving you up? To predators, and I don't use that term here. There's not a hint of hyperbole. In this case, we're actually talking about minors with hardened, violent criminals. We caught one. How many more are there? How could you possibly catch them? Let me ask you this. Who would have a vested interest in possibly catching these incidents? And how can you be assured that that person has enough of a conscience to risk going upstream against the grain with everybody else who wants to ensure that it never sees the light of day? Where do you go? They're your tax dollars. They're your daughters, sons, community members.
Oh, that fucking story infuriates me every time I watch that. Second time. And you catch things you didn't catch the first time. It's like, holy shit. Everybody in the program, from the high school to the tech to the sheriff's office, knew about this incident. And it's like, well, you know, it's going to happen. You know, totally throwing off the fact that it was not only a female minor, but they assaulted her in jail, whether it was consensual or not. She's a fucking minor, and it was recorded. And the only thing they're going to talk about doing to these guys is taking away some of their privileges for a little bit while they charge the female as a felon? What the fuck is wrong with this country? What's wrong with Ohio and that fucking police department? Maybe the federal marshals will get off their ass. Maybe they won't. But as yet, they still haven't come out with a statement. Makes you wonder. Like he said, who are they protecting? Because it's definitely not them. Us. You know what I mean? The kids. Yeah, they sodomized her. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, that's my soapbox. I definitely had to share that when I saw it this morning, so man, I'm not telling y'all how to think. Just telling y'all to think. And I'll keep looking for maybe Crowder will come up with an update within the next day or two, now that the story's been aired today. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just telling you to think. My head hurts now after watching that. And, well, y'all have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. Little motivation.
In the shadows of your journey, you've fought battles that no one else can see. Every scar, a testament to your resilience. Every setback, a whisper of your unyielding spirit. The darkness has tried to swallow you, yet here you stand, a beacon of tenacity in a world that seeks to break you. Remember the nights drenched in despair, the moments when surrender seemed like a sweet release. Recall the ghosts of doubt that haunted your every step, and the chains of fear that bound your soul. Yet, against all odds, you've clawed your way through the abyss, each victory a shard of light piercing the void. You've come too far to quit now. Abandonment now would mean all those battles fought in vain, every drop of blood, sweat, and tear rendered meaningless. The darkness will always lurk, waiting to reclaim you, but you are forged in the fires of perseverance. Your journey is etched with pain, but also with the promise of triumph. Let the world tremble at your resolve. Let your enemies know that you are relentless, unbreakable. Quitting is not an option, for you are a warrior of the night, and you have conquered too much to be undone by the shadows. Rise and let your scars sing songs of your indomitable spirit. You are a force of nature, and you will not falter now. Embrace the darkness, for it has made you who you are, and march forward with the fury of 1,000 storms. You are unstoppable, and your destiny awaits. The road ahead is still paved with uncertainty, each step a gamble with fate. Yet within you burns a fire that the darkness cannot extinguish. You've survived the tempests, endured the relentless onslaughts, and emerged from the ruins, time and time again. The echoes of your struggle are not in vain. They are the symphony of your survival. As you stand on the precipice of your next challenge, feel the weight of your journey anchor you. Every hardship has been a chisel, carving you into a monument of resilience. The pain that once sought to break you has instead become your armor, each scar a mark of your indomitable will. Let the darkness know that it holds no dominion over you. You've stared into the void and seen the reflection of your own strength staring back. The demons that once whispered defeat now cower before your resolve. You are not just a survivor. You are a conqueror of the shadows. in this moment of reckoning, summon the fury that has driven you this far. Let your heart thunder with the rage of every challenge overcome, every fear vanquished. You are the storm that the night feared would come, an unstoppable force that refuses to be tamed. Quitting now would betray everything you've endured, every victory hard won. The darkness seeks to reclaim you, to pull you back into its cold embrace. But you have become its master. Each step forward is a declaration of defiance, a testament to your unwavering spirit. Rise once more, warrior of the night. Let the world see that you are not merely surviving, but thriving amidst the chaos. Your journey is far from over, and your story is still being written. Embrace the darkness, for it has shaped you, but know that it will never own you. You are a beacon in the night, a relentless force of nature. Press on, for the dawn is near, and your destiny is within reach. You are unstoppable, and you will not quit now. Feel the power that courses through your veins, a testament to every battle fought and every wound healed. The darkness may loom, but it has not and will not consume you. You are a warrior, forged in the crucible of adversity, and your strength is a force the shadows cannot fathom. The path ahead is treacherous, littered with the remnants of those who surrendered. But you are different. You are the one who rises when others fall, who pushes forward when others retreat. Each challenge is a call to arms, a chance to prove that your spirit cannot be broken. In the silence of the night, when the world is asleep, your resolve awakens. It is in these moments of solitude that your true strength is revealed. You have faced the abyss and found your way back, guided by the unyielding light of your determination. Quitting would mean betraying the warrior within, the one who has faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious. The journey has been long, the battles fierce, but every step has brought you closer to your destiny. You are not here by chance. You are here because you fought for it, bled for it, and refused to let the darkness win. Let your heart beat with the fury of 1,000 storms, a reminder that you are alive, that you are here, and that you are unstoppable. The night may be long, but the dawn is inevitable, and you are the harbinger of that new day. Every breath you take is a testament to your resilience, every step a defiance of the shadows that seek to claim you. Rise, warrior, and let your spirit roar with the power of all you have overcome. The darkness has shaped you, but it does not define you. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Your journey is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a beacon for all who wander in the dark. You are a force of nature, an unstoppable tide. Quitting now would be an affront to all that you have endured, a betrayal of the strength that has carried you this far. Stand tall, embrace the darkness, and let it fuel your relentless pursuit of greatness.